Hello, friends and neighbors. Welcome to Gentry Vintage. I'm Josh, your host. I hope everybody's doing well. Today, I'm going to do a quick review on a blend that has a component in it that you don't hear much about on this channel. That would be Latakia, however you want to say it. Old Josh is just not a fan of Latakia. Those of you that say Latakia has a barbecuey, smoky flavor, I'm not sure where you get that from, because to me it tastes like smoking leather and soap. Dark Fire Kentucky has a more barbecuey, smoky accord, but Latakia, I get that in the smell out of a tin or out of the bag, but I don't in the smell while it's burning and I'm smoking it. No. Like I said, to me it tastes like smoking leather and soap. So, Big and Burley from Cornell and Deal is primarily a Burley blend, of course, hence the name. And I'm going to say up front, I'm not a huge fan of Cornell and Deal's Burleys. To me, their Burleys have a real green, ripe, bitter taste. Burley, for me, what makes me love Burley so much is I love the rich nuttiness of it. I love a good Burley when it's got that real nutty, rich taste, kind of earthy taste to it. This earthy C&D's Burley's taste is, the earthiness of that is almost like smoking a handful of grass. But some people say that it does, their Burleys do get better with a little age on them. So I'll probably jar the rest of this up and come back to it in a few months and just kind of see how it is. I've never smoked C&D Burleys when they've had a little bit of age on them. But I can tell you this blend doesn't stay lit very well. So primarily Burley with a dash of Latakia, a dash of Turkish Oriental, and a dash of Perique. What I find interesting about this blend, I don't believe I've ever had a blend with Perique in it that did not have Virginia in it. And if I recall, there is no Virginias in this blend. By the way, I am smoking this today in my Grand Duke, Dr. Grabo. And this was a gift by Old Adirondack Codger, which I like this pipe. I've actually been smoking some Burley Flakes in here. It's got a little shorter, I guess you could say wider bowl, not too much, but I don't know, I don't know, I've been trying to put flakes in here and see how it does. I've been throwing a few different things in here, but I like this pipe, it smokes good. The first Dr. Grabo pipe I've ever had. So, back to the flavor profile. The Burley is obviously the the front runner here. The Latakia is very, very mild. I notice it in the first quarter up into about the half of the bowl. And then the Latakia just dissipates. Towards the end, it comes back just a little bit, but just barely. What's interesting is a lot of people say they don't notice the Perique in this blend. Now, for the first quarter of the bowl, I definitely noticed the Perique. It's not strong, but it's there. Kind of like the Latakia, though, as it moves into the quarter, into the half, excuse me, it dissipates. And the Perique just really doesn't come back, which is kind of a shame, because I like Perique as an addition to a blend. I think it makes a nice addition for a lot of blends. I don't want a blend that's overwhelming with Perique, but I think it makes a nice condiment, if you will. The Turkish Oriental in this blend, honestly, if I didn't know that there was Oriental in here, I probably wouldn't know. It doesn't stand out to me in any way in this blend. It might play a little bit of part in some of the sour bitterness in the Burley. Maybe some of that is the Oriental, but I really don't know. Which is another reason I might want to sit on this for a while and let it age some. But if I did not say this already, It does not stay lit very well. Um, as someone who doesn't like Latakia, this is a tolerable blend with Latakia because of the very mild amount. And like I said, it dissipates if you can make it to the first quarter. But I'm going to be totally honest. All in all with this blend, I see absolutely nothing special about it. I'm not going to say it's bad or anything like that. I just don't see anything special about it. As I said, the things that are in here that are added in there in small amounts as like condiments. Here's my analogy on this. Think of the Burley in this blend as a hamburger patty. And then the Latakia, Oriental, and the Perique would be kind of like putting a little mayo, mustard, and ketchup on there. That may not even be a good analogy because, like I said, they kind of dissipate. But it's, as you get further into the bowl, it seems like it just becomes a straight green Burley. Everything else just kind of dissipates, and what's the point of all that being in there if it just goes away and you don't taste it? I don't know. I don't see anything special about this blend. It's not the worst blend I've ever had, but it's definitely not the best. If C&D announced tomorrow that they were going to discontinue this, it would not hurt my feelings at all. I think I said this already, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of Haunted Bookshop with just a dash of Latakia. Which I don't dislike Haunted Bookshop. It's not bad. I go back to it every now and then. Something different, but I just don't find anything special or intriguing about this blend. Like I said, the Burleys in here are just not tasty Burleys to me. But it's, I don't know. It's just, I'm grateful for the opportunity to try it. Thank you, Mr. Al Wenzel, for sending the sample with your, I had Al make me a couple of leather pipe rests, and he sent this to me as a sample with it. And it was a blend I've been wanting to try. But, yeah, it's just not anything special. I will, like I said, I will jar it up, sit on it for a few months, come back to it. Maybe that'll change. Maybe once the Burleys in here mellow out a little bit, it'll kind of come together and maybe it'll be a little different. But I'm a little disappointed in this blend. The nicotine level is on the high side on this. It doesn't, I'm not normally nicotine sensitive. Every now and then something will kind of get me a little bit, but usually if it starts to get to me, I just kind of slow down on my puffing and it eases up. But I did notice last night when I was smoking this that the nicotine started kind of coming on quick, and I just eased up on it. It was good, but yeah, there's just not a lot to say about this blend. It was disappointing to say the least. But I'll sit on it and come back, and maybe we'll do an updated review as I get a little age on it and go from there. Anyway, I'm going to finish what's left of this and do some things on this pretty day. Went to church this morning and come home, had some lunch, and it's pretty warm outside right now. It's in the high 50s right now, maybe into the low 60s by the end of the day. Got a beautiful week coming this week. Spring is on the horizon. We're getting a little sample of it. And yeah, I'll get a few things done around the house today and enjoy the rest of this weekend. But I hope everybody is doing well, and I hope you have a wonderful week this week. And until next time, I wish blessings for all, and lots of luck to you and yours.